What's this reading? I don't know. We're gonna find out together. I'm gonna use my Astro dice to gather more insight for us on what this reading is about. If it resonates, cool, stick around. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here at StreamYard on my other account where I do evolutionary astrology. If this reading does resonate, the best way you can support me is subscribing to my newsletter. It's totally free. It's where I channel the upcoming transits straight to your inbox every Monday to guide you through the week ahead. Okay, what's this reading about? Oh, this is next level transformation. We just rolled Pluto in Pisces in the 12th house. I did not expect this. And now I feel like my silly intro is a little too silly, but I feel that it needed to be that way because I needed to get you here somehow. So shout out to me. Oh yeah, you are. I'm seeing like a black hole in my. I'm seeing a black hole in my mind's eye. You are literally, okay, Spirit, tell me about this transformation. We got to talk about this. Pluto's just straight up like hijacking the reading. Cool. The new pearl. Tell me more about this. I want very clear, direct communication to give the person here. I knew it was going to come out. I fucking knew it. Oh. What else? Okay. Cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, you are on an entirely new trajectory, aren't you? So we have the new pearl, the uncreated autumn, sulfur, sugar, and the raven's head. These first three cards came out sort of together, and these last three came out together, and it seems like now I'm seeing like a DNA spiral where the first three really feel like this underground terrain. The new pearl, the uncreated, and autumn. Autumn is immediately bringing in when Persephone goes into the underworld, and I feel like there is a part of you that is descending deeper into yourself, into the space of creation, into the space of the womb of the earth is what's coming through. The new pearl speaks about this sort of essence and quality of starting from a grain of sand. It's starting fresh, and tension is the thing that builds this. I feel like, oh, this is kind of what's coming through, is you've been tasked with very clear change that doesn't make sense on the surface level, which means the 3D world, because you are traveling down below into the deeper parts of your psyche, into the deeper parts of, like, I heard where trauma's stored, where pain's stored, where fear's stored, but you're not going at it in a way that is full of fear. You are approaching this space with curiosity and with a goal of like turning this piece of sand into a pearl, which is going to take you addressing these parts of you. I feel like this is telling the story of what you've been going through since autumn. Thank you, Spirit. And it's been like, you've been like, this card, it was sitting on my desk. I made sure to put it back in the deck because I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to come out. Put it back in the deck because I'm going to keep it out because Spirit has tasked me for about a month or two to create a guided vision journey on this card specifically to help you guys get clarity on what this is for you. So definitely subscribe to my newsletter, and that's not like a plug thing anymore at this point. Like, it genuinely is like, I let my newsletter people know when I've created stuff first, because those are the people that actually want to stick around with me and my work. And so I give them the love first. Shout out to the people on my newsletter. I love you guys so much. So, oh, you are like, I heard immaculate conception, which for those of you who are unfamiliar with that phrase, it's sort of how Mother Mary got pregnant with Christ, and it was immaculate, meaning that she supposedly had not had sex, right? And so with autumn, it's like this, I heard like changing of the leaves. Like there's something within you that is changing drastically. With sulfur, sugar, and the raven's head here at the bottom part of this, I'm really feeling like this is deep healing. And it's funny, the sugar's like, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Medicine from Mary Poppins. That might be a sign for some people, but this is really giving me this sort of essence of like, interesting. The way my eyes are perceiving both these cards is like the centers feel very similar, where it's got that like circular orb in the center of both of them, but they have different structures outside of them. And I really feel like you are addressing different parts of you in ways that work for these different parts. You're no longer trying to fit yourself in a box. You've accepted that you have been tasked with a otherworldly task to bring into this world. It's not of this world. And you are not of this world also is coming through as well. And it's like, sulfur is a deeply healing element. And with sugar here too, I feel like it's interesting. The process of refining sugar is coming to my mind, of like refinement for you. But also it's in a way that like, I feel like I need to speak to this part first with the raven's head, because you know you cannot ignore this call to action. This is a very clear sign that like, this is yours. You have been tasked with this. You cannot ignore it. And I feel like this reading might be for some people that have been like, shit, you just got caught red-handed. This is yours. To jump back into the energy, like this is really like you creating something that is deeply healing, but you have now approached it with a level of sweetness with sugar coming out, where it's not, you're not artificial. I feel like it's the people pleasing. You've figured that out. You're not, or you're being invited to figure that out. Like nobody wants artificial sweetness from you. They want real, authentic sulfur, which is not always pleasant, but it's healing. And I feel like you're understanding when to show which part of you, where it's almost like, do I show the sulfur aspect of self, meaning like it's not always pleasant, but it will help somebody heal? Or do I need to come in with the sugar aspect of myself, which is more pleasant, but it's in a not an artificial way, because your goal is still to help and to be of service. What else here, Spirit? Oh gosh, this is like, geez, okay. Copper, and Saturn. You need to work on balancing your work and play. Spirit doesn't want you to get too trapped into building whatever this is, because Venus, yeah. I'm like, and that's, and I'm getting crown chills. And Jupiter, holy fuck, and Mercury, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, Spirit's like, this is, I heard like you're about to become master of all four elements. You're the avatar, by the way, which means you have 4 different modalities in you that you need to balance out, and you can't just stick with the one you know. And I just heard the Status Quo song from High School Musical, like, no. Don't stick to what you know. You need to like let yourself enjoy life, to play, to be a human, but you also know that you're bringing in some really profound knowledge that hasn't been here yet. I see you. I know what's going down. Yeah, you know the secrets of the universe. That's basically what this card says. And it's not that you are learning them as well, too. I'm like, how do I finish this? Because there's so much happening in my mind. You are beginning to realize that your work does come through by living your human life. You don't need to be always sitting at the meditation cushion. Some days you need to be going to the grocery store and getting groceries. How can you bring your depth of practice to the mundane? And how can you bring the mundane into your depth of practice? It really is a deeper level of integration and operation. Last little bit for the person. Oh, that's literally way too many. That was like too many. That was too many. Spirit's like, yeah, it's a lot. You're a lot in a really good way. Against nature. Literally what you're doing right now, it's going to push the edges of society. just be aware of your energy. You're going to have a lot of eyes on you because you are shifting the tone and trajectory.